From around the world to right at your home and your phone, this is the Morning News with Jay.
Hey guys, you're watching the Morning News with Jay. See you all after the intro, because I'm running late, as you can see.
From the Netherlands, with the news from all around the world, this is the Morning News with Jay. We're waking up the right way with the stories, the trends, and the laughs you need to start your day.
Not worth for the news, by the way. How much is this bread?
Do you guys got any news?
So that's some news. All right, time for the news, and I think I'm on time, and see you all inside, because you know we deliver the news fast
with speed.
Morning News with Jay.
Hey and welcome guys, and sorry for the 2-week pause. My mum came to visit, and that's why you guys got 2 sneak peek episodes of What's Up Mamas.
But now I'm back after bringing her to the airport and wave her off. I'm back for a lot more news, so let's jump into it.
Welcome to Morning News with Jay. I'm Jay, and we've got a brilliant show lined up for you today.
The defense rested its case in the murder trial of Lindsay Clancy, the mother charged with strangling and killing her 3 young children.
Clancy's lawyers argue she should not be held criminally responsible because she suffered from postpartum psychosis. Prosecutors say the killings were planned.
Hundreds of Clancy supporters wore pink and gathered outside the courthouse. Many said they hope the case raises awareness about how the mental health system treats women.
It should not take tragedy for people to start paying attention to mental health.
Trumpelina announced a pause on ground beef tariffs in an attempt to lower prices for consumers.
I'm going to pause tariffs on ground beef to make it more cheaper.
Trumpelina posted on social media that the U.S. will allow up to 300,000 metric tons of beef to be imported over the next 90 days without triggering higher tariff rates.
He also said there's a commitment that it will be sold at 25% below current market prices, though he didn't say which companies had agreed to do so. You hear meat is going to be 25% cheaper?
First see then believe. You know he loves to lie.
Federal health officials are warning of another food poisoning outbreak related to contaminated produce. This time, it's alfalfa sprouts.
We are investigating a multi-state food poisoning outbreak tied to contaminated alfalfa sprouts. We urge consumers to avoid eating these products.
The FDA and the CDC confirmed that 55 people have fallen ill across 15 states with either salmonella or E. coli, or in rare cases, both.
We are following breaking news this hour. At least 55 people across 15 states have now been infected with salmonella and E. coli.
The real number is likely higher. At least 4 people have been hospitalized. Officials link the outbreak to Minnesota grower Everything Sprouts.
Look here, the traceback data is conclusive. Everything Sprouts is the source of the E. coli cluster. We have to notify the public.
Which also sells its alfalfa sprouts under the brand name Calco. Consumers are advised not to eat the sprouts. No deaths have been reported.
Consumers are advised not to eat the sprouts from Everything Sprouts and Calco.
A court in Hong Kong convicted 2 former organizers of the city's annual Tiananmen Square vigils on national security charges.
On the charge of incitement to subversion, the prosecution has proven its case beyond a reasonable doubt. I therefore find both defendants guilty as charged.
Lee Chuk-yan and Chow Hang-tung were charged in 2021 with inciting subversion, which they denied.
Did you know Yan and Tung were charged in 2021, which they denied every time?
Lee has appeared on this program a number of times, including in 2021, after he'd been convicted in a separate case.
That's what their grand plan is, to frustrate the people to such an extent that, you know, either you emigrate to elsewhere, and if you stay on, you have to have the risk of being arrested.
In Alaska, federal investigators say a small plane crashed during its second attempt to land in heavy fog at a remote military airport, killing all 8 people on board.
The starboard wing shows significant impact trauma. Log that as .4. Copy that. Moving to the tail section next.
The National Transportation Safety Board says the pilots couldn't see the runway at the Cape Newinham Long-Range Radar Site airport about 450 miles west of Anchorage.
The pilots couldn't see the runway at the Cape Newinham Long-Range Radar Site airport about 450 miles west of Anchorage.
Officials say they were relying entirely on instruments. 2 pilots and 6 passengers died. The airport was built in the 1950s.
Because of bad weather, they were relying entirely on instruments, and we're deeply sorry that 2 pilots and 6 passengers died.
And is used to monitor the skies off Russia, North Korea, and China. An investigation is ongoing.
Sir, these tracks weren't made by any aircraft in our inventory. Scramble the interceptors. I want to patrol over the Chukchi Sea immediately.
Federal health officials have issued their most severe risk level for a recall of frozen blueberries sold at public supermarkets across multiple states.
We are announcing a Class 1 recall of frozen blueberries. Consumers in affected states should dispose of these products immediately.
The FDA says there is a reasonable probability that the product will cause serious adverse health consequences or death.
There is a reasonable probability that the product will cause serious adverse health consequences or death, so we recommend not to eat it.
The Pentagon says it struck a boat in the Eastern Pacific, killing 2 people it accused of trafficking drugs.
We've blown up a tiny boat in the Eastern Pacific and killing 2 people that we think were trafficking drugs.
The strike on what officials called a low-profile vessel operating along established narco-trafficking routes was the first to be announced in about 2 months. This comes as the Trump-Alina administration has said it wants to extend military operations to land targets in Latin America as well.
We must secure the region. Therefore, we are extending our military operations to land targets across Latin America as well.
At least 210 people have died in dozens of such attacks since US forces started their offensive nearly a year ago. A lot of people and critics have questioned the legality of the strikes, if they are really allowed, or is it murder? Especially if there is no proof left after blowing it all up. If we leave no evidence, can we truly call it a legal strike?
The absence of evidence doesn't automatically constitute murder in the legal sense.
When no evidence remains after the explosion, how can we determine if these strikes are permissible?
We must consider if they constitute murder under international law, regardless of the evidence.
In Illinois, former Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson has died 6 months into a 20-year prison sentence for killing Sonia Massey, a black woman who had called 911 for help.
We have a situation in cell block D. Inmate Grayson is unresponsive.
His lawyer confirmed his death but provided no additional details. The 32-year-old had been diagnosed with colon cancer, and last month his application for an early medical release was denied.
It's horrible, but yes, he died in prison, but I can't give any more details, but I can say he was diagnosed with colon cancer.
It's not clear whether the cancer contributed to his death.
It's not clear how he died yet, or if the cancer contributed to his death. We will know it on a later date.
Body camera footage showed Grayson shooting Massey in her home in July of 2024.
Her killing sparked nationwide protests and led to changes in how Illinois law enforcement hires officers.
Now it's time for our Maria with all of the celebrity news of the week.
Thank you, Jay. I'm Maria here for all your celebrity news, the good and the bad. Harry and Meghan are preparing for a temporary move back to the United Kingdom. We don't know yet if it's because of the health of the king or is it because of money. Simon Cowell will miss several weeks of filming for America's Got Talent following a sudden medical procedure that requires an extended recovery period. Professional dancer Sharna surprised fans by announcing her return to Dancing with the Stars for season 35 following a 5-year hiatus from the ballroom. Universal has given the green light on the official sequel of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
We give the green light to the official sequel of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Morgan, the country music superstar shared photos of a severe ankle injury suffered from an offstage fall during his stadium tour.
No. Get medical quick. Oh, fine. I'll take it. Pop that down.
Kim K's 13-year-old daughter went viral, stating her ultimate dream is to work a normal Starbucks job at 14.
We heard we're being a little boring, so we're gonna step it up.
Whatever she wants to do when she is old enough, she can do.
The 13-year-old opening up to Dazed magazine about her future, sharing how she no longer dreams of playing professional basketball, swapping hoops for hot coffee.
It's just how I feel right now. Like, this is how I feel.
I work at like Starbucks next year. I think I can next year because I'm gonna be 14, so I think I can. I wanna have a regular job.
That is all the news I have so far for you guys. I'll see you next week with much more celebrity news.
Thank you, Maria. And now we're going to a quick commercial break, so don't you go anywhere.
Do you have a problem? Your problem is ICE is after you. They just won't leave you alone. Well, they're trying to catch you, then we're trying to catch them. Just call 1-800-NAOMI-CATCHER-CATCHER. We'll put your eyes to a freeze. Get it? Freeze like Batman. You were minding your business, eating on your porch, and they just want to interrupt you and what you do and how you live. Oh no, not on my hour. We'll handle them if they try to handle you, Scott's Honor. We have a lawyer on hand that'll cover everything. We got you. They have no one. Call 1-800-NAOMI-CATCHER-CATCHER. I said I got you if you got me. I'm sold separately.
Are you guys ready for season 3? Well, this fall in September, it'll be season 3. I don't think you guys are ready because I'm about to bring well, I already brought it. I'm not begging you to come, but honey, I'll bring the popcorn. Not gonna be there?
Are you seeing someone on the side? Are you seeing someone on the side?
No, I told her this 50 times. She doesn't want to marry me because I'm 10 years younger than her.
Do you blame me? My family would be so ashamed.
I don't care what they think. I love you.
Well, love is love, right?
That's my girlfriend. She is my girlfriend.
Don't you think this is a bit weird, guys?
No!
You want to be with me or that damn blow-up doll?
I choose a blow-up doll.
Are you serious? It's gonna get crazy here on the Naomi Show.
¡Tú me engañaste! ¡Tú me engañaste!
Eso no es verdad. Eso no es verdad.
I don't understand a thing.
So am I the father or not?
Nope, you're not the father. It happens only here. Be there or be square. I don't think you're ready. The judge is here and the show's about to start. I don't think y'all can handle me. I'm too cute for TV.
He keeps breaking all the uniforms.
It's not my fault I have gorgeous muscles.
You do indeed.
You have $30,000 and you say it's not your fault. What part of that did you not think was your fault?
None of it, Your Honor.
Are you out of your damn mind?
Judge, this is what I'm talking about. So plaintiff, your sister is bringing you to court for taking her money and stealing her man, and you don't see nothing wrong?
Nah, my sister didn't go to the Chris Brown concert with me, so that's why I did it.
Seriously? Plaintiff, why would you believe that you can live on somebody's house for a whole year and not pay your rent?
Because she's family.
What does that even mean? You gotta pay up or get out. You let my dog out of your property, and that's why he got hit.
It's not my fault that you're old and don't know what the hell you're doing. Your dog is old too.
You guys are suing each other because you're twins and you don't want to be twins? My head's hurting. You can't be serious. You brought this to my court?
Yes, we just don't want to be twins.
I didn't lose any weight with these pills. He didn't lose weight because he's fat. He keeps eating.
I guess you have a point.
She's been bullying me. No, I haven't. She's just a booger. What the hell is that? You know, a loser.
Look at this dress. It is completely ruined.
It does look damaged. It is her fault. Don't they smoke a lot in Paris? I did not give it to her that way. Now don't come to my show expecting you gonna get this quality out the door, honey. You gotta earn this quality, honey. But the show will be good and it'll get there, don't you worry about that.
But I'm gonna deliver the fast.
And possibly the ass too. Your Honor, she wouldn't let me ride. She said I'm too big, like 300 pounds. It is not fair.
Your Honor, I'm bringing my best friend to court for stealing my gorgeous Latin hunk. He didn't want you. What'd you say?
Cut it out now.
This is just for your awareness, guys.
Your Honor, I let her borrow my wig, and this bitch ruined it. Do you see the lace? It's ruined, Your Honor.
I didn't do that.
You're wrong. I didn't do that to that girl's wig. She up in here lying. I'm lying? Are you crazy?
Y'all girls need to stop this now. This is not Jerry Springer. Well, my show is every Friday, honey, so come and play and watch me rule it all, honey. Who will take home the money?
Come see what favor I rule in. Yeah, it's entertaining.
Oh wait, a commercial already started. Oh God, I think it's the late night commercial. Well, y'all should already know I'm your late night girl.
This show. It's a really cool show. It's very dark and grungy, but also witty. It has a couple of iconic villains in it, like Sand, who's a man, and some other iconic villains from the comic books, which I think fans are going to love and enjoy.
Why Amazon? Why not like Disney Plus or Netflix or something like that in between?
Amazon decided on us. Well, Sony Studios still kind of owns the rights of everything with spiders.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like a gray area where it landed into
He said he would fix groceries. That didn't happen. Gas prices. That didn't happen. What did he actually do? He told y'all on the campaign he was going to end the war in a week. Yeah. Well, it's been what, almost 2 years? Yeah. Now y'all can't get your tickets back, nor can you get your vote. Go ahead and say it. I know you want to say it. Go ahead and say it, girl. Tell them you told them something. I don't want to throw things in people's face and make them feel like I was right, but I absolutely was right, and he's showing it every day.
Oh, it's quite embarrassing to be caught right in the White House sleeping on camera almost every day. I absolutely didn't want this for anyone. You know, a lot of people say that I would do this and I would do that. I wouldn't want this for
you got
anyone.
that body right, and then you wanted to flex it. You know what I'm saying?
And they do it different in Korea than we do it here. You know, if you come over here flexing, we live for it, honey. We like, how much more are you gonna flex? Can we see more? But over there, they will crucify you, honey. They will be like, no, he's doing too much. That's so inappropriate. Gotta lighten up over there in Korea, honey. Less is more.
Well, that's what we believe over here in America.
You really know how to move that body you're being in your videos, just moving that body in all the right positions for the camera.
Yeah.
Just moving something like this, you know, something like that. But you know what I say? What comes around goes around, and things started to show its ugly head. Just like you said first, it was color purple. Who needed a part 2 of that? And then, you know, things started coming out from that movie that the conditions on the color purple was not great. It wasn't top tier for celebrities. They wasn't paid well either, allegedly. Taraji came out publicly feeling kind of the same way. She didn't say it like you said it, where it was like pretty much I'll smack a bitch. No, it was a statement you made a couple of years ago about you and your cold star on the Parkers not being paid restitution. I hope I'm saying that right for the show airing on networks, which I think is a damn mess. Also, if you didn't hear, James Van from Dawson's Creek also said he wasn't paid really
so
well.
I can kind of see, you know, where some people kind of think like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
You know, like, is it rigged?
Yeah.
All I know is I did an amazing job.
Yeah.
I did what I could do. I raised what I could raise in this campaign, you know, so it was a damn shock. And I think I could have been a better candidate for California, better than the other two. I'm 99% sure of that part, but that's not what the people wanted according to the votes. They wanted someone else.
Yeah. Okay, so my next one. Oh, there you are. Well, my show's every Saturday. Don't miss out. Your favorite celebrity might be right here on my show. See you there. Bye.
And we back from the commercials now. It's time for the interview of our next upcoming movie that airs on the last day of August.
Hey guys, this is a morning news special for the Wonderlost 2 movie, who will be airing on the channel August 31. Next to me is my mom, Mimi. Her life's history is in this movie, and it's a roller coaster ride. Like I said, this is a special for the movie. So let's jump straight into the interview. And after it, you get a special trailer sneak peek of the movie.
Hey guys, welcome to the movie interview, and this time we have no other than the real person that the actress of Wonderlost 2 is playing. So we got the real deal here.
So today we gonna get to know the real story and history of the life that the character of the movie is showing us. Welcome our guest, Mimi. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
I hope you're ready for all the spotlight, fame, and a lot of people gonna recognize you.
Oh, thank you for having me. And I don't know if I'm going to like all the fame and people, but I like that people get to know my history and what kind of roller coaster my life has been.
I saw a little bit of the movie, and I must say it's a lot you had to deal with, and what a Let me stop there. Don't want to spoil anything, but I do have some questions for you.
Oh, yeah, I know. Don't tell me about it. It was my life, after all. But about those questions, go ahead. I don't bite.
Okay, so let's get started. Now that this is the second major budget movie for the channel, how does that make you feel that your movie will be the second one?
Well, it's an incredible honor.
Now, to be honest, I don't know if I'm ready to be famous and have people look at me. But yes, I do feel different, just don't know how to name it.
Yes, it's not nothing to have a movie made of your own life experiences.
I would probably feel the same way.
What you talking about? It's your life in the movie.
Well, actually, it's about a character based on my life.
That's exactly what I meant. But now that this is the anniversary of 1 year of our channel, which is your movie, and we decided to shoot it in 2 parts. What is your opinion on that?
I think it's very smart because it keeps people interested in watching, and that without feeling they need to watch a movie for hours. Plus, it gives people something to look forward to.
Yeah. You are right about that. Even I want to see more, and Naomi don't let me. Every time she says you wait like everybody else, and you can see it when it premieres.
But for the next question, how does it feel being in a 1930s film with your ex and knowing it was used as a positive writing experience to highlight your experience with being with someone like him?
I loved the 1930 vibe, and I know it's about my life, but the thing is, I could have made this movie easy without him.
Yeah.
Why I say that, you will find that out in the movie.
What did you think about the commercial when you first saw it? Did you think it was a joke?
Yes, I did think it was a joke.
I was shocked to find out it was real, but in a good way. I really did not expect this. That plus all those bears, I love it.
How do you think you're going to feel about this budget film over your first film, which was a mini movie? Do you think you will love it just the same, or do you think you're going to love this a bit more?
I think I'm going to love them both equally.
For sure.
But if I need to choose one that steal my heart, then it's 99% this one. Naomi did an awesome job, and one I saw from all the movies that are out.
She sure did, by the way. This question is a more personal question to help with the second film. Do you believe he wanted a child with you, or do you believe he didn't mind having a child with you just to keep you near?
Yes, I wanted a child, and I think more and more he did it just to keep me near him.
And back in the day, for the second part of this film, this question is, if you could have chosen someone else when you met him, who would have been at that time?
Now, I really don't know, but it would not be his dumb ass. Even a hot dog is better, and I'm vegan.
I believe that. But do you not have a type that when you see somebody that you think, that's something?
To answer you, I do like the actor who plays Blade and Jason Statham.
I see. So Bad Boys it is. But the first part of the film is mainly about how you guys met and you dealing more with the annoyance of his parents.
Yes, that's it, exactly.
Right.
Yes, that's right. And I can tell you, I could have put his whole family somewhere where it's very dark and with a lot of moist, if you know what I mean, and still can.
Yeah.
What do you think you would love to see in the second half, other than conceiving a child?
Oh, well, there are so many possibilities.
But I would go for my 3 dogs, and I would love to see the 2 ducks, because I got those 2 when I married that thing, I mean him.
Thank you, Mom, for letting me interview you for the movie. Now let's watch together the trailer for the movie.
Son, I'm so glad you could come out early this morning before work.
No problem, Father, but Mimi would not like this.
I don't care what she likes. Now you listen to here, boy. I am your father. That is your mother inside. We have taken care of you with our cement business. And this is how you thank me, by being disrespectful?
I'm sorry, Father.
I need you to come over there. I need you to handle the cement business. I'm ready to retire.
I like my job.
You're not listening.
Father, I heard you, and we already talked about this. Mimi and me think this job is great. I get paid a lot more than you guys paid me.
We are your family. Don't you forget that you've changed because of her. Your brother can't do all of this on his own. He's the only one running this right now. You need to be responsible and supportive, brother.
No.
I'm so disappointed in you. I expected so much more out of you, Martin.
I'm sorry, Father. Don't be upset at me.
But I am. You should know better. The pipes under the sink is broke. Can you fix that?
Hey, cousin.
How are you? What's going on? What are you doing around these parts?
Buying time.
What are you doing here?
I told you, buying time.
Where's the husband?
Of course at work.
You sound bored.
I am. There's nothing what I expect him to be when I first met him. I mean, he's only good for like 3 things. All he does is go to his parents, play soccer, or go to work.
I told you people talk crap about him. His family's weird, he's a total miss good shoes. But you wouldn't listen. You wanted to marry him. Come over here. I'll make you a Shirley Temple.
I'm just hoping that he changes at some point.
Him? No. Dude, that'll be riding his family's hotel for the rest of his life. It just seems like that type. Sorry to break it to you, cuz. But he ain't the type to stand up to nobody, not even the soccer ball he plays with. If you ask me, you should put him through a series of tests.
What do you mean, Hank?
Meaning you should make them do certain things. And if he doesn't pass that test, then maybe you should get a divorce. Move on while you're still young.
You know, the usual.
See if he comes home on time. See if he brings you a gift. Plan date night. See if he actually shows up. Even better, make him choose. You or his parents, make him stand up for you. If you don't see a difference in that, then that's my type of test. That's why I stay single. No one tying me down.
Now that you all saw the interview with my mom and the trailer, now it's just waiting till August 31 so we all can watch the movie. See y'all later.
That is something to look forward to. I'm sure going to watch it, but now it's time for short news around the world.
Welcome to Morning News with Jay. Short news from all around the world.
Highway pig party. A herd of 15 escaped pigs caused traffic chaos on a busy New Jersey highway before police wrangled them. Seal blockade. Australian wildlife officials issued an emergency plea after a 1-ton elephant seal named Neil blocked neighbourhood roads. Gator in the pool. A Florida homeowner woke up to find an 11-foot alligator floating peacefully on a pool noodle in their backyard. Police in South Carolina engaged in a 2-hour foot pursuit with an escaped emu through a fast food drive-thru.
Get him! He's heading for the highway! Stop right there, emu!
Parrot calls emergency. A pet parrot triggered a massive police response after perfectly mimicking a woman screaming for help inside a home.
Police department! Hands on the ground now! Hold it! It's just a parrot.
Pub bulldozer rampage. A disgruntled patron stunned a local town by driving a large bulldozer directly into the front wall of a pub. DMV twin identity. A man discovered someone had been living under his name for a decade after meeting his exact lookalike at a DMV.
Here is your new license, sir.
Wait, that's impossible. Who are you?
Hidden attic comic. A homeowner remodeling his attic discovered a copy of Action Comics #1 being used as makeshift wall insulation. Potato ring reunion. A woman who lost her wedding ring on a farm 40 years ago found it wrapped perfectly around a harvested potato. Multi-generational bottle. A message in a bottle thrown into the ocean by a child was found by that same child's daughter 30 years later. Airport sleep loop. A passenger fell asleep on a flight and woke up back at their original airport after the plane turned around due to a glitch. And now it's time for the weather with Varric. Let's see what he has for us.
Thanks, Jay, and hello to you all. I'm Varric, here to get you the weather from all over the world. In the U.S., severe thunderstorms and flash floods and sudden tornadoes have battered regions from the Northeast
while Hawaii continues cleaning up after the close brush with Hurricane Lala and subsequent heavy rains from Tropical Storm Moke.
We need that chainsaw over here now. Almost done with this section.
Meanwhile, a human-caused wildfire, the Hawk Fire, forced major evacuations near Reno, Nevada.
Attention all personnel, the Hawk Fire is escalating rapidly. Mandatory evacuations are in effect for South Reno. Move quickly.
In Canada, the wildfire threats remain high, and a vast tropical air mass stretches from Atlantic Canada down to the Bahamas. In Europa, severe summer heat waves are breaking regional records, sparking major wildfires in countries like Croatia and Belgium. In France, exceptionally hot and dry weather has severely hurt agriculture, with the primary potato crop projected to plummet by 23%. Serbia is battling persistent wildfires, and parts of the river Danube have dropped to record low levels, prompting emergency measures to cool regional nuclear power infrastructure in Romania. Typhoon Nara triggered destructive floods and landslides across northern Vietnam and China's Guangxi region, damaging crops and infrastructure. In Taiwan, torrential rains from a passing tropical system closed schools and offices, leaving several people missing.
We need to check the vehicle now. Move carefully!
In Japan and South Korea, both nations continue to deal with the aftermath of severe record-breaking seasonal rainfall deluges and localized power outages. That was all the weather that I had for you all. I see you next week, hopefully from a much drier and warmer location.
Thank you, Varric, for doing the weather, even in weather like that. And now it's time for sports with Suyo.
Hey, hello you all. I'm Suyo here from Out the Grand Prix, as you can see. But let's start with the sport news. ไปกันเถอะ In Formula One, Lando claimed victory for McLaren at the Dutch Grand Prix following an intense race that saw home favourite Verstappen crash out on the opening lap. Disaster for the championship leader on the opening lap, but McLaren has dominated since, and they take the checkered flag. What a stunning victory.
Ryan Blaney secured his third NASCAR Cup Series victory of the season over an exciting weekend of racing.
He's done it. Ryan secures in an absolutely thrilling finish. The crowd loves it.
Players are finalizing their preparations for the US Open, and Coco Gauff heads into the major with strong momentum after a stellar title victory in Cincinnati.
FIFA handed down heavy suspensions, including a 10-match ban for Paredes and multi-game suspensions for other Argentina players and officials following a scuffle after the World Cup final.
We're giving heavy suspensions, including a 10-match ban, all still from rule breaking in the World Cup.
Test cricket, India defeated Sri Lanka by 165 runs in the first test match, led by stellar bowling and batting performances.
India have won the match by 165 runs, a stellar performance led by the captain.
That was all the sports for this week. I see you next week. Bye-bye.
That's all the news for this week. I'll see you all next week, and in the meantime, check out the neomitv 5 channel for more.
This was the news. We all see you next week with more news.
Hey
Hey, it's me, Jay, from the Morning News with Jay. Just want to let you guys, and of course the girls, know that if you like the news, my news, don't forget to like and subscribe.
So guys, if you like what you saw and want more, like and subscribe to stay up to date. Yo, that's Jay of the Morning News, you rock! Check out the Naomi TV5 network on YouTube for much more content. We have it all on the Naomi TV5 channel, from news to drama, from reality to movies, and of course, music. Now where are the stroopwafels and the Naomi cookies?
Now only the cookies. Not you again, the news reporter with the fake news. Not as fake as your leadership cough, dictatorship cough.
What do you think this is? You cannot pay with fake money. We don't take your monopoly money. This is a serious crime and you go to jail. Hey Jay, saw your news, keep it up. Now that shopping is done and we got some action, at this time to relax for a bit. See you guys all later, and don't forget to tune back in next week for the news.